Alright guys, since back to school is like around the corner for a lot of people, or within the next like 4 weeks, I thought maybe a good video idea would be to kind of share with you guys some different expenses that we have with the 4 kids over the 9-month time span, and these categories are in my envelope system. They're part of the school portion of my envelope system, if that makes any sense, as far as saving up for these things year round, so that when it when the time comes, it's not like overwhelming. So this year I'm a little bit behind on the savings portion of different budgets for the school, because our income is like a little bit different, because my husband is commission based, and we've been kind of putting any little extra money over into the business that we're starting. I mean, he's had the business for 3 years, but we've really been pushing it this year. So we've kind of been like not stuffing all of our envelopes all the way to kind of help with the business. And then of course the money that he's been making from the business, he just puts back into it. Say all that to just say the budget is not like what I would hope it to be, but I'm at least going to share all the back to school categories for 9 months that our family of 6 spends on 4 kids, really 3 because my 17-year-old doesn't really count, but yeah. So okay, first thing is back to school fees. So Sean, Daniel, and Jeriah, which is 7th grade, 5th grade, and 4th grade, they all have to pay $80 to start school. So that is right off the bat $240 to start school. And then we have to pay for my daughter, who's 17. She, most of you guys know, I think, if you follow my vlogging channel, but if you don't, my daughter has some challenges in high school, so she was put in a alternative school. She really has some challenges there, so we got her into a military type school. It's basically teaching her structure as an adult and a bunch of different like life skills and stuff like that. She took a college course there, and then she also was studying for her GED. So there's 4 GED tests, I believe. She only passed 1, so she's taken the other 3 at the local college, and as soon as she passes those, she basically starts into her 11 credit hour college courses, because her goal is to go to the Air Force, and I think you have to have 15 college credits or something like that. So say all that to say, her GED classes are gonna cost us about $90, and that's just for the test. I don't know about the fees of books or anything at this point. She only went to 1 like orientation, so we know we'll have that cost this year. And then school supplies, this is gonna vary depending on if I had the time to coupon and get the deals, and some summers I don't. So this summer I've been gathering stuff very small, $20, $30 here and there. So I think the school supply amount is going to be small this year, but I don't know. We've gone up to from $150 to $200 in just supplies, and that would include like backpacks and lunch boxes, all the other supplies that they would have needed, and that would have been for all 4 of the kids. So since Nay doesn't really need much of anything, she does need a backpack, and then Jeriah needs a backpack. Both the boys already have one. So I don't know what that number is going to be this year for supplies, but I'm hoping in the 100, like 100s area. I don't want to really go too high with that. School clothes. Okay, so I know I have on here Nay needs sneakers, Shawn needs sneakers, Daniel needs sneakers. Jeriah's sneakers fit, but they're kind of beat up, so I'm thinking all 4 of them are gonna need sneakers for the new school year. Jeriah doesn't really wear her sneakers, only on PE day and then in the summer. So she preferred to spend her money on ballet flats and sandals and boots and stuff like that. So I don't know, they all need shoes, let's just put it like that. Everybody needs clothes except my 17-year-old. She just had a birthday and she bought a ton of stuff. She will need some fall stuff, but back to school clothing is literally probably going to be extra t-shirts and maybe a back to school jacket and shorts. I'm gonna do a fall like haul for them, or fall shopping trip for them, but as far as just getting them started with school, socks, underwear, you know, a couple of new shirts and shorts, But once September, October comes, then we'll start purchasing pants and sweatshirts and stuff like that. Unless we find deals, then we'll get them. But my thought process now is spend a little bit of money on just a couple of things for them in the beginning, and then once I get to the storage and figure out what they have, then I can go from there. Because I don't know. I know SHAWN is definitely, I mean, we have this little thing in our room where we basically have where the kids, they line up on it and they get marked how tall they've gotten. And yeah, both the boys have grown. They've all grown, but the boys have really grown. So those pants that they have in storage are not going to work. I already know that. But their sweatshirts may, that they have, some long sleeves, they may work. So we'll see. But I have on here $800, and that's basically saying $200 a kid. That's really low for us, if I'm honestly being completely honest. Yeah. Because like their shirts are $15 to $20 and shorts are $15 to $20. So they can get like 2 shirts, 2 shorts, and then their sneakers with tax are usually in the 80s. So yeah, it's a small amount, but to get them started for school. And we have this new Goodwill that opened up, and we've been going there like once a month, and they have awesome, like, who's ever donating, they donate like literally, their kids like never wear this stuff or something. It's like nice clothing, and the kids love going there and picking stuff out. So we'll do that, of course, but I'm talking like actual new items. So I always shop with coupons everywhere we go, and if we don't have coupons, it will be like 40% off the whole store, 50% off. But I'm not gonna let the kids just walk into a store full price and pick stuff. We're a 1 income family. That's not gonna happen. So I have 800, so we'll see how all that goes. Yeah, so back to school. Okay, so that's like the clothing and shoes, and then the supplies, the fees, and all that stuff. So for back to school extra food money, I always account for this for 2 reasons. Class snacks, for 9 months, the 2 younger ones have to supply class snacks. It's just always been like that with all the kids. And then when you leave 5th grade, you're on your own. And so class snacks every month, and then extra lunch snacks. And what that just means is I'll start now stocking up on things that I can that does not need to be refrigerated. So granola bars and different stuff like that that can just kind of be in their lunch. So I set aside $50, and that's like just to get us that start back to school. Like for September, or pretty much when JERIAH and Daniel go to school, they can take a snack like the week after school, because they kind of start, that's when they start needing to bring snack to class for the whole class. So class snacks, and then just extra stuff for their lunches, juice boxes, just anything that I can stock up on now to kind of help preserve the actual weekly food budget. So I have on here $50 for that, which that could be higher. I don't see it being lower, but it could be higher. I'm just giving an estimate. So school lunch money. Okay, so 3 of the kids will have lunch at school. All 3 of them eat pizza day, so that's 1 day a week they all eat. So that would total $35 a month if they all ate at school 1 time a week, and then they pack their lunch Monday through Thursday. So times 9 months of that, that's around $250, $260 for the 9 months. I'm not putting $260 on divided up into their 3 accounts. I usually will pay their, I think SHAWN's is 11 and JERIAH and Daniel are about 9. I usually pay that at the beginning of the month. And then they know, hey, Fridays are already paid for the month. So that's the school lunch thing. Obviously that number changes if the kids want to eat more at school. I try not to do that because I can save a little bit more money at home sending them with their lunch. Daniel prefers 98% of the time to take his lunch. JERIAH, she prefers to take her lunch, but then when she gets to school and she sees what there is for lunch, she wants to change her mind. So she'll come home and say, oh, TT, there was, you know, nachos or something. I wanted that for lunch. Even though she looked at it on the calendar, I don't think it like registers with her because she does have a learning disability. So what we try to do is we just go over the whole calendar, and I will mark their initials on the calendar so I know which day. So if she says, oh, I want to eat, you know, twice a week or something like that, then I'll put, you know, J for Jeriah. So I know, okay, she wanted to eat at school twice that week. And there are sometimes they don't want pizza, they just want to take their lunch, and then they want special stuff in their lunch. So I think in the end it balances out, but I have once a week all of them eating at school, $250-$260 for the year, because if we did every single day, that's $3 times 5, 15. Yeah, so if they ate at school every day per month, that would be about $60 per kid to eat at school. So we'd pay like $90 a month in school lunches, and then that 90 times 9. So that's why we don't do that, and they prefer to take their lunch. I think honestly Sean is getting to the point where he wants to eat at school a lot more, so that's something I will have to see and talk with him about, because in middle school they have a lot more choices. So I don't know, I don't know, I didn't budget for it this year, but I don't know. Okay, holiday school parties. So Jeriah and Daniel has 4 holiday parties a year. I budgeted $10 for Daniel, $10 for Jeriah, and usually with the couponing and sales that I do, $10 for each class, or even $7 usually works out. I budget on the higher end, because every parent is asked to bring something, so you should not have to spend an arm and a leg. But for the 4 parties for the year, it's about $80. And then we do school book fairs or book order forms. So the way we do school book fairs or order forms is the kids, I only give them about $5 to $7 of my own money, and this is for Jeriah and Daniel because they're in elementary school. If they want a book, let's say the book costs $10, they have to supply the rest of the money with their allowance. They get their allowance every month or every week or whatever, and we actually make them like use their money for things, because I feel like if we give them an allowance and then we pay for everything, what's the point? They're not learning anything. So what we do is we say, okay, for book fairs or book orders, when they get it in and they're super excited about some magnifying glass that looks at bugs or something, and it's $20, I'll say, okay, well, I'll give you $5 towards that. And they realize they have to spend 15 of their own money. Guess what? That book is not exciting anymore. So I feel like the library provides them, the school library provides them with a weekly time at the library. We go to our local library. So us purchasing books is a kind of a fun thing. It's not a need. We don't need to buy books. It's more of a want. So if they want to buy the books that have, like Jeriah, like the books that have the pins with them. Sean likes to get the math games when he was in elementary that had all the gadgets and stuff to it. So they have to pay for that. I only try to allot about $5 or so, $5 to $7 for them per time. So I've put down about $60 for the year. I believe they have one first semester and one second semester as far as a book fair, and I think they have one order form first semester and one order form second that I allow them to that I will provide some money for. So yeah, so that's the whole book fairs and book order forms. 2 separate things but similar. So school teacher luncheon. Okay, so the teachers have a luncheon first semester and second semester, and I think it's around the time of report cards and parent-teacher conferences. So I honestly just budgeted $20, $5 for Jeriah's class, $5 for Daniel's class, for the first semester and 5 and 5 for the second, because usually it's something like they need every classroom to provide something. So they'll say, okay, this classroom we need you to bring all ranch dressing. So hey, we need 10 parents to bring 1 bottle of ranch dressing. So that's why the amount is so low, $5. Or they'll say, hey, we need to provide apples. Well, I can get a ton of apples for $5 at Aldi. So yeah, so that's low. So about $20 a year. And then for my son Sean, who's in middle school, the last thing we provide is baseball team fees. So he made the team last year, and we bought shirts, and we paid for the fees for that. So this year we still have the shirts. We won't purchase any more shirts this year, but we still have to pay for his fees. And I believe his gear is in good enough condition. The season is super short, like, man, 5 weeks maybe. It's super short. And they play 3 or 4 games a week. I mean, it's like every day they have either baseball practice or a game, because it's such a short time. And another thing, guys, that we don't pay for right now, but is something you need to think about, is clubs. I know a lot of our clubs cost about $5. We have like a karate thing they do, a jump rope for heart, some different stuff that they do that could cost for after school. My kids have participated in that stuff in the past, but this past year they did not, because of Dan's baseball schedules. We just never fit it in. I mean, also your school apparel, like sweatshirts and t-shirts and stuff. Our school always sells that stuff every single year. So that's something to consider adding into the budget. Yeah, $1,800 to $2,000 just to round it out for different things, taxes and all that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of back to school budget, just to give you guys an idea of what we pay here in Illinois for our specific schools and our location or situation or whatever. Those are some things to think about. So yeah, so I thank you guys for watching. I will have all our links below for like our other YouTube channels and our social media and stuff like that. If you guys want to go over there and hang out and chat with us, that would be great. And I think that's it. So yeah, so I'll talk to you guys on the next video, and I hope all you moms out there are staying sane with the next couple of weeks, just getting them all back to school and doing all the shopping and all that for them. And yeah, just getting prepared for that. We don't even have all our budget for back to school yet. I'm still like, all right, honey, I need this, I need this. So the envelope is a little bit shady right now. So yeah, so we'll see. I know I'm gonna probably go within the next week or two to start doing clothes, like buying clothes, because I'm getting so many coupons in. But my kids, like, nobody's here right now, everybody's gone. That's the thing. The boys hate shopping, and they don't care if they're getting new shoes or clothes. They don't want to be there. And I cannot go and buy something for them because it's like, no, I really didn't want that. But they don't want to be there. So I don't know. The only person that wants to go shopping is JERIAH and Nene. I mean, all day long. JERIAH wants to go into Justice, and Nene wants to just go in the whole mall. So I don't know what I'm going to do about the boys this year. Is that one thing they do, they like shopping for their shoes, I should say. They like to go find their own shoes. But clothes is like pulling teeth. So last year I ordered a ton of stuff online. I don't know what I'm going to do this year because they need to actually try the stuff on. But like H&M, we bought a ton of stuff from H&M last year, super cheap, and the stuff lasted all year. But the boys have grown up. And we don't have an H&M. It's like in Chicago, so it's like 3 hours away. So I don't know what we're gonna do about online shopping this year. So yeah, but thanks for watching. Sorry this video was long, sorry the exit was long. I just wanted to share with you guys, have a sit down chat about back to school, because I'm getting excited for them to go back, and they want to go back. That's one thing. I don't have any issues with the kids for school time. They enjoy it. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video, and thanks so much for watching and subscribing and thumbsing up the video and just communicating. And I apologize that I'm not like super fast to comment back. It's just like, that's my one thing I need to work on really bad, is commenting back and staying engaged. So my apologies for that, but I do thank everybody for your support, and I like the feedback on what you guys do. If like $18 or $2,000 is way over your head for, even if you have 4 kids, you like, I don't spend nowhere near that for 9 months, that's completely fine. I like to know that stuff, because then that helps me to think, oh, maybe I need to scale back. And some people say, oh, $1,800, that's like change to compare to what we spend. So yeah, every family is different, and just for our family with one income and trying to start up a business and having the 4 kids, this is what we kind of do. So yeah, I believe my last year's back to school series is linked down below for different stuff that we do to prepare for school. I'm not going to do one this year because literally it's like the same thing. And if I do make any extra videos for back to school, they won't be as many, probably a couple. So that's it, and I thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.